So I made this layout for my grandparents and I absolutely hate it. So I'm going to tear it apart and make another one. And I found an old Noel Mignon kit from February that has some lovey-dovey papers and stuff in it. And I'm just going to use that to scrapbook this picture. And I'm hoping I can get it up. I used really permanent adhesive, so I'm hoping I can get it up. But anyway, I'm going to go ahead and videotape the process so that you can see it. I haven't scrapbooked in a couple of months, so I'm probably pretty rusty. So stick with me and thanks for watching. Hi guys, it's Kat. So I haven't done a video or voiceover in a while, so I'm a little bit rusty and I hope that you will stick with me. I am taking the photo off of the photo mat and it wouldn't come off without tearing the photo, so I just cut it out around, I cut the photo mat part off. So I'm looking through an old kit that I had from Noel Mignon, and this kit is from February, and I had a little bit of it left, well, I had a lot of it left over because I don't really have a use for lovey-dovey type papers and embellishments. I'm not real big into Valentine's, and I'm single, so I don't have, you know, like lovey-dovey pictures. So my grandparents' pictures are perfect for this, and I figured I would put the kit to use. So I'm cutting off the white border on this photo, and I won't notice until later, but the photo is actually printed crooked, and so I cut it crooked. So I'm going to end up figuring that out in a little bit and straightening it out. But that's what I'm doing right now, is cutting the white border off. So after looking through the papers, I decided to use this Valentine text paper as my background, and it just says things like Happy Valentine's Day, I love you, blah blah blah, stuff like that. And I'm going to go ahead and mat my photo on this red paper, but I'm going to change my mind later and pull it up, so it's not going to stay that way. But I chose it because I thought it would be a nice contrasting color from the white, black and white text paper. This is where I noticed that my photo is crooked, so I'm actually straightening it out a little bit. So I really miss the YouTube community, and I hope everybody's doing well. I haven't been watching videos. I just haven't had time. I'm really busy as the admin for the Stamping Enablers group, and between that and my blog and real life, I just haven't had time for YouTube. So I hope that you guys are still there and still listening and watching, and I hope that you'll leave a comment and let me know how you're doing, because I do think about everybody often. So back to the layout. I found this cut apart sheet that's a 4x6, kind of like a journaling card, and I'm going to adhere it to a piece of scrap paper. And as you can tell, I remounted my photo onto the same scrap paper, or the same pattern paper that I used for the journaling card. So now I'm looking for something to use as a base layer. And I thought about that XOXO paper, but it was so busy and so bright. And then I ran across this star paper, and I thought that is perfect. So the colors are perfect. It just happened to work out that way. And this layout is nothing spectacular. It's not one of my best layouts or anything like that. I'm really, really rusty, but it's better than the first one that I did using this photo. So I'm actually sending it to my grandparents as a gift, so I really wanted them to like it. So as you can tell, I cut some of that XOXO paper, and I've got 2 rows of the XOXO showing at the top and the bottom of the base layer, and I'm going to adhere that down to my background paper, and that's going to be the basis of my layout. So then I can start laying out my photos and the embellishments. And I had a hard time with the embellishments because, like I said, I don't have a lot of lovey-dovey stuff. I only had what came in the kit, really, and the kit didn't really match well that month, I didn't think. I wasn't real happy with that month's kit to begin with, just because it was lovey-dovey, but then when the stuff didn't match very well, I was just a little bit disappointed. So I do struggle a little bit with the embellishments, but I just did the best that I could with what I had and made it work, you know, as much as I could. So I have this little silver sticker, a title sticker, and it doesn't want to come apart. Like, it wants to move and twist and all that kind of stuff. So I thought I'd use some frog tape. I've seen people use Glad Press and Seal to do this, but I didn't have any. So I thought I would use frog tape, and it wasn't sticky enough, so it didn't really work that well. I mean, it helped, but it didn't hold it, you know, strong enough for me to lay it down. But it was, you know, something I tried. Gotta try new stuff, right? So now I'm just going to adhere my photo and the journaling card down to the page, and then I'm going to start to look for embellishments, and I'm going to make 2 clusters, well 3 really, but they're little. There's not a lot of embellishing on this page, but it's kind of busy with all the background papers and stuff, so that's okay. So I've got these brads, and they look like little Valentine's candies, and one of them says kiss me, and I can't remember what the other one says. I think it says love or something like that. And I know I'm going to use those on the page, but I don't know where yet. So I'm looking through the stickers and the stuff that came in the kit to see if there's anything, you know, that I can use to build up my little clusters. And I found this little mason jar that says love. So I'm going to put some foam tape on the back of it and put it in the corner of the journaling card. And then I'm going to build a cluster there. And then I have these crocheted hearts from Michaels. It's a Recollections brand embellishment. And I'm going to use one of those in the bottom right-hand corner. So I'm looking for some stickers or something to layer underneath those 2 items. I don't want to just leave them as is. So I thought I would bring in some more of that craft from the journaling card, and that's why I got that sticker right there under the heart. And you're not going to see much of it when all is said and done, but it is there, and it did pull the craft into another place on the layout, so I thought that was good. So I decided, and you'll see this in just a second, I thought that I needed some more silver. Oh no, that's okay, never mind. I'll show you that in a minute. I put the heart brad into the crocheted heart to make my own little embellishment. So here, now is where I made a little flag, like a V-shaped flag out of some ribbon that's silver glitter, because the title says "Has my heart" in gold or in silver glitter. Gee, spit it out, cat. And so I thought I needed silver in a couple more places, so I just cut a little banner, and I'm going to put that under the heart. And now I'm putting 2015 on the journaling card, because I don't know the exact date, but I do know it was 2015 that this picture was taken. So I found another sticker that's aqua, and it says Hugs and Kisses, and I'm going to layer that over the silver ribbon. And now I'm working on my top left-hand side embellishment, and it's just a little flag, a die-cut flag, and I'm sticking that aqua heart through there, and I'm going to tape that down on the top left-hand side of the page. So I'm sticking down the mason jar, and I also put another sticker down there that says Sealed with a Kiss, which works perfectly with their little hug, you know, with their little hug and kisses picture. And then this is where I'm layering the Hugs and Kisses sticker over the silver ribbon, and then I'm going to tuck that underneath the heart. And I do have a flare button that has hearts on it, and I'm going to use that as well. But I needed my glue gun, but I had forgotten to turn it on, so I turned it on here and set it down and decided I would wait for it to heat up and go ahead and put the title down. So the title is Kiss Me, and I'm using these silver thickers that came in the kit. And in a few minutes I'm going to realize that the glue gun didn't heat up because I didn't plug it in. So I just glued down that top left-hand side embellishment, and now I'm like frustrated because of the glue gun, so I'm just using my ATG for everything, except for that crochet heart. I have to have hot glue for that. So now I realized it wasn't hot, but I'm gonna cut out here, and magically it's hot now, so I went ahead and glued it down. The magic of video. So this is pretty much my layout, guys. This completes it. I put a little bit of journaling in there. It says Granddad and Grandmom Liz smooching the days away. And that's it. Thanks so much for watching. I will see you next time. Bye.